So do you need a trailer this big with these heavy axles and these mega ramps? Is that something you need when you start your hotshot business? Stay tuned and we'll talk about it. Hey guys, so I was up in my auxiliary box, or my box that I store all my extra stuff. I tell you guys all the time I want to let y'all see it, but up here I store stuff I hardly ever use, like car straps and extra ratchet straps. So today I'm up here because, as you guys know, I busted a couple of my 8-inch corner protectors, and I've got some more up here, and so I use a lot of 8-inch corner protectors. So you guys need to stash somewhere, whether it's in your house or on your truck somewhere. I keep mine on my truck, so I always got it. This stuff don't weigh that much. So check all your supplies before you leave, especially if you're leaving out on a long trip. Make sure you got what you need. And if you need anything, click the link below and go to Mytee and get it ordered. They got a deal right now. If you order $250, you get $10 off. So go check that out. Now let's get to the video. Y'all guys have a great day. Alright guys, so today's video is about whether we need a big heavy duty truck or trailer like this to get in the hotshot business. One quick way of answering that is, do you have Class A CDLs? This trailer right here is 40 foot long, has two 12,000-pound axles, and it has mega ramps. The GBW on this trailer is 25,900 pounds. So if you do not have Class A license, you can mark this off the list. Well, let's say you do have Class A license. Do you need this trailer? It depends. The hotshot trucking business, or trucking business as a whole, is competitive. I mean, really competitive. So the more times that you can say, yes, I can do it, the better, because that's going to put you in an elite pack of people that can do any kind of load. So you narrow down the field of people that can compete with you if you have Class A license. So, and then if you have a Class A trailer, what I call a Class A trailer. What I mean by that, the more weight you can haul, and that depends on what truck you got, but the more weight you haul and the more length you have, the better. Alright, so that gets you the opportunity for more loads. Another thing that helps is if you have mega ramps. Now mega ramps, that has a pro and a con. The pro is it's easy to haul tractors, equipment, small equipment, and cars and trucks if you want to haul cars and trucks. So that in itself opens you up for more loads. The downside, and I run into this nearly every week, you see how low the rear end is on the ground? You have to really watch where you go. I mean, you have to really watch. There's some red lights I go through that I drag. So that is the downside. I'm actually considering selling this trailer, or buying me another trailer and then selling this one and getting me a straight deck trailer, because I know what my customer, I've got settled into what my customer is going to need me for, and that'll keep me busy. And a lot of guys run over the road with just a straight deck trailer. So, and most of the straight deck trailers, if you buy a straight deck trailer, have the pull out ramp that'll work for cars. So, I mean, you wouldn't be giving up a whole lot. You'd be giving up some by going to a straight deck. But I had a load the other day. I don't normally haul loads other than for the company that I haul so much for. But the other day, my uncle bought a 2.5 deuce truck, and he wanted me to haul it. Without the mega ramps, I couldn't have hauled it. I doubt seriously the pull-out ramps on a straight deck would have handled that deuce and a half. So, I think that deuce and a half weighed about 13,000 pounds. It was about, I could have put a little bit more weight on the trailer, but I was nearly at my max capacity. I could have handled another couple thousand, but so what you do, you decide how many times do I want to say yes. Well, this trailer right here maxes me out of yeses. This is all I can do in the Hotshot business. The trailer's as big as I can get. The truck, I might could get a bigger truck, but the truck's about as big as I can get. I mean, I can get bigger stuff, but if you're going to stay in the Hotshot business, that's pretty much what you got to have. My camera doing its thing again. But anyway, so they make all kinds of trailers. They make lighter ones. They make them with 10,000 pound axles. And that lowers you about, I think the GVW on them, because they're lighter, a little bit lighter, the GVW is a couple thousand pounds less. That does make a difference of whether you'll get a load or not. They make shorter trailers. Well, the other day, I went and got a 40-foot piece of tubing. That's all I hauled. 40-foot piece of 6x6 tubing. Well, if you got a 30-foot trailer, you couldn't have hauled it without getting permits. I'm pretty sure about that. I've never hauled anything over length, that much over length. So I think you'd have to get a permit for that. So the chances are you probably wouldn't have got that load. And so there's many factors that go in to decide what it is you need when it comes to trailer. The key, most important factor is 1, license, 2, how many times you want to say yes, and 3, what can you afford? Just because you're getting in the Hotshot business don't mean you need to break the bank. Breaking the bank is going to make it really, 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 really hard to make it if you get in the business and you're just drowned with debt. It's so competitive right now. When I quit over the road and started hauling local, the rates were terrible. And now the rates ain't that great and the fuel high. So, and I don't know how some of these companies are handling the fuel surcharge so good. Like I say, don't take anything you don't make money on. But what I'm saying is, there's so many people out there bidding for these loads. I would not want to get in the business if I was going to be this deep in debt. I owed a little bit. I owed for my truck. I didn't owe for my trailer when I started. And so that's not too bad, not too much to overcome. You nearly can always sell a truck. Selling trailer, that's a whole different deal. Trailers are going up in value pretty fast too, but not like pickup trucks. 1-ton dualies have gone crazy. I could probably sell my truck right now for what I gave for it a year ago, and it's got 100, just flipped 100,000, not hardly 101,000. I bought it used, it's a 17, but it'd probably bring what I gave for it a year ago. So not only is there a lot of factors in when you're buying or when you're trying to think about buying a trailer, but the number one factor to me would be how much debt am I going to have when I get it. Now, do we want to buy a trailer that's wore out? No, we don't want to do that. You'd be backing up. So you got to look at all those factors. Another thing, a key thing to look at is try to get somebody, hook up with somebody maybe that can help you with the load board and see what the freight is that's moving in your area. Because in your area, cars and trucks might be hot. If that's the case, you might want to go ahead and get the ramps, the mega ramp. Equipment might be hot. You may be near an area that sells a lot of Kubota tractors, lawnmowers, and big lawn tractors and garden tractors. Well, that may be a big market. You may want to do that. And you may be in a market where contractors are constantly hauling or hiring Hotshots to move equipment from one place to the next. That happens in a lot of areas. So you got to fill out your market and see what the market says you need. See what your pocketbook says you need. So there's several factors: license, you know, what you want to haul, money, and what your market can handle. You got to think about all that. You got to think about too, how committed are you to this? Are you all in when you jump in? Any business you do, you need to be all in. With insurance and the cost of the truck and the trailer and the equipment it takes to run it, I don't see how anybody could do this part-time. If that is all this truck trailer is going to be used for, is part-time hauling, I don't know how you'll ever make any money doing that, because your insurance is the same pretty much. I pay about $800, $900 a month just for insurance. I paid a little over $900 when I was over the road. It's a little cheaper. It might be around $800 now. It was a little over $900 when I was over the road, so it's just a little bit cheaper. But part-time or full-time, that's what it costs. You pay for that range you cover. If you're over the road, they treat you as an over-the-road trucker, you're going to pay a high rate. Me, even local, they won't even let me put in under 500 miles. So, because I cross state lines, I go about 50 miles over state line, and I have to have IFTA stickers. And because of that, Progressive makes me pay a 500-mile radius. Ain't fair, but trucking and the people that we have to deal with always, you're going to run into a lot of ain't fair. So get used to it. So, I just want to touch base a little bit on the trailers. I'm not going to get into what kind is the best, because that's relative to who's looking at it and, where they're built and all that. You'll have to go look at them yourself, buy the trailer that you think is the best, talk to some people that's used them. You'll see a lot of big Tex trailers on the road. You'll see a lot of Gator trailers on the road, Gator made trailers. Matter of fact, I'm looking at a Gator made trailer right now. I'd have either one. Diamond C, I think it's Diamond C trailer is supposed to be one of the best. But now you'll have to get your pocketbook out if you want one of those. So do your research, decide how deep you're going to be in, decide how much debt you're going to have, because I'm telling you, it's going to be a tough world if you get into this business and you're $150,000 in debt when you take off. That's going to be tough. I'm just going to be honest with you. Unless you got a gig set up. On those rough days, them rough weeks where there ain't no loads around Christmas and around winter when things are slow, you got to know that you're going to be able to pay for it. So I'm just being real and being honest. There's a lot of good money in trucking, but it takes a while to get to rolling. So you got to be prepared for that. So that's all I had to say today. I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, all you got to do is leave them in the comments. If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you. I don't know the answer, but I'll try to hook you up with somebody that does. Please, 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 guys, subscribe to the channel. Try to do a video today. If I can come up with something that I think's important enough to do a video on, or something would be entertaining enough. Subscribe to the channel. Click the bell on the side of the subscribe button, the one that's solid black, and try, if there's any way at all, to like this video. Man, if there's any way at all, try to watch it from start to finish. That helps us too. If it's something you already know about and you don't want to watch it from start to finish, hey, just leave it playing and go wash dishes or something. Do something good for your wife or your husband. Go wash the truck, but that helps us as well. And as always, don't forget about the Mytee program in the bottom, in the description. They got $10 off $250. Click the link. That helps me as well. So, remember, if you're going to have a safe trip, you got to start out doing safe things. Inspect your truck and your trailer every morning before you head out. Be safe, guys. Love you.